are the 10th Legion, exiles from a dying empire who founded the Kingdom of Ebb. For 400 years, we guided and protected our people. We gave them peace, prosperity, fair judgment. Some say it was the death of the old king that turned the people against us. That it was Jane Cassinder who took up the sword and drove us from our chapter houses to states. I was not there for the final battle, when the last of our legion faced Jane Cassinder beneath the boughs of an ancient, hallowed tree. Nor do I know what power she called upon in that fight, murdered by Jane Cassinder. As the last survivor of the old legion, I've tried my best to keep you safe, to ensure that you are trained in the manner of your forefathers, with sword and shield. But Jane Cassinder hunts for us still. Now I fear that her spies may be getting close. We cannot delay any longer. We still have a chance to join together, rebuild the Legion, and take our country back from Jane Cassinder before it's too late. The sons and daughters of the Legion are gathering in the north, at your family's old estate. I urge you to join us in the Valley of Rukenval as quickly as you can. Help us restore all that was lost. Your faithful friend, Odo.
Seems we have another rat trying to escape the trap.
was afraid everyone else was dead. Are you all right?
I'm fine. But who are you? Have we met?
No. But I've seen portraits of the Montbaron family. And you can only be Hugh Montbaron's son. My name is Martin Giscard, and I'm a friend of Odo's, and a son of the Legion like you.
I didn't see Odo upstairs. Could he still be alive?
I hope so. If he did get out, maybe some of the others are with him. Damn, they found us again. We can't wait any longer. I've set a trap. 3 kegs of gunpowder on the bridge below. Thought I'd cover my escape if they found me. All we need to do is light the fuses. Come on, to the bridge. Go on, light the fuses. Two more to light. Hurry. And the last.
The Montbaron estate burned, and with it my dream of a reborn 10th Legion. Or so I thought. I did not know that you and Martin Giscard had escaped the destruction. As you fled into the night, you bore with you the future of the Legion. Pursued by enemies, fleeing toward an uncertain fate, you made your way across the empty leagues of the Rukenval. Throughout the journey, you were driven by a single hope, that others had survived the devastation, and that they reached the safety of the Rukenval chapter house. It was a slender hope, to be sure, but even a small hope can warm a man in the cold dark of night. As long as you drew breath, the 10th Legion yet lived, but your foes pressed close about, hunting you. The fate of the Legion, the fate of Ebb itself, rested with you.
I know this part of the valley. We've come a long way. I think we're close to the old Legion chapter house. If any of our friends are still alive, that's where they'll be.
The Legion have a chapter house here? In this valley?
They built chapter houses in every part of Ebb, even in remote places like this. They were strongholds where legionnaires would meet, sometimes in fellowship, sometimes for war. You should have seen the grand chapter house in Stonebridge, headquarters for the whole Legion. My father took me inside.
I've never been here before. Does this valley have a name?
They call it the Rukenval. It's hard country, not easy to control, even with an army. That's why Odo chose this place. He thought we'd be safe here, while we...
Was my father born here, in the Rukenval?
I think so. The Montbarons were granted their land by King Conrad, and the family lived here ever since. Another Legion family had a manor here too. The Gunderics, an old line. Your father didn't trust them.
You said this is hard country. Are there any dangers I should know about?
Spiders. They're as large as a man, and they're smart. They'll ambush travelers on the road. And there's worse things in the forest. Have you heard of the Dakenware? The Beast Lords? In other parts of Ebb, they're only stories. Out here...
Thank you. That's all.
Sorry I couldn't tell you.
Let's keep moving. We can talk more later.
You're right. The chapter house isn't far. Follow me. If our enemies knew we were at the estate, they may have guessed that we'd make a run for the chapter house. No help for it, though. That's where we agreed to meet. We'll have to stay sharp. They could come for us anywhere, at any time. A military camp. Less Kanzi by the look of it. Can't be a coincidence. Let's... look around. So, there's a bounty on our heads. That means they know where... we might find out what they're planning. There it is. The bridge to the chapter house. Another camp. They've hired a whole army. Dealt with that one. That's all of them. Let's head back to the chapter house. Looks like trouble up ahead.
Huh? What's this? Oh well. Looks like I'll make some decent coin for this job after all.
Out of the way. We have no business with you.
Spoken like a man of the 10th Legion. Arrogant and foolhardy. Lucky for me, I found you first. That means I'll get a handsome bonus for your...
Who's paying this bonus for killing Legionnaires?
I don't get paid for answering fool questions. I get paid for killing Legionnaires. Lively up, boys.
Damn. I've been shot. By that bastard with the gun. If we're lucky, Odo is on the other side of this gate.
You're alive? Both of you? I thought I was the only one left.
Odo, you made it. But where are...
The others? The men and women I've kept safe for 30 years? Dead. all of them.
Do you have any idea who's behind this?
I can think of a few possibilities. Jane Cassinder, for one. As long as we're alive. And there's the royal court, or what's left of it.
That's two possibilities.
Anyone who stands to profit from civil war and bedlam. That's a long and formidable list.
You don't seem hurt. How did you get out?
I rounded up a few of our people. The only ones who hadn't been killed. Renaud, Hannah, and one of the twins from Drakenberg. Giles, I think. We jumped from the second floor of the house, made a break for the woods.
Who else could have survived?
My ward, Anjali. I sent her to keep watch for latecomers. She wasn't at the estate, and there's another survivor too. The half-blood Lescanzi girl. I couldn't convince her to join us before. Might have been one or two others who hadn't arrived yet when...
Odo, who is...
Anjali.
Resourceful girl.
If they're alive,
I agree.
I'll do what I can for Martin.
I'll do this alone then.
Head for the town of Ravensrill.
Try to find Lazar Basili, the town boyar. He's an old friend.
And be careful. Those mercenaries are still here.